Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it is Friday, which means it is time for Fridays with Fred. But it is also Happy Halloween! So we have day 31, the final day of my Something Dark and Grim Halloween countdown from Yarnaceous Fibers. This has had a gothic fairy tale theme to it, and it's been a really, really gorgeous color palette. I have in my mind's eye an idea for what I would like to make, and I plan on doing it. I thought I just cleaned my glasses. Apparently I didn't. But anyway, I have an idea in my mind's eye. It's a sweater, a crochet sweater, linen stitch, moss stitch, whatever you want to call it. But first, let's see what the final color option will be. I am going to I have my pickle jar. I call it the jar of fate. It's behind me somewhere, where I just randomly pick. I'm going to just randomly pick colors for this sweater because I believe all of the colors work gorgeously together, and we're going to make something awesome. It's going to be amazing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's very dark in there. Did we get like another charcoal-y color for the last day? Or is it blue? It is blue. So I think we're still on Cinderella. It's kind of I'm going to call this a tonal navy. Cinderella Gilden gown. Gilden, G-I-L-D-E-N gown. That is beautiful. That's really pretty. I am so happy. I am so excited for this adventure. So my plan is, like I said, I have the... I am glad I'm not the only one with a naughty, naughty thieving cat. But, I don't know where that stolen yarn is. But my plan is to start the sweater, and then I'll add on the trim, assuming I can find the stolen yarn by the time I get there. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch my video yesterday. At the beginning, I go on a bit of a diatribe about my naughty, naughty cat stealing some yarn from me, amongst other things. So yeah, I believe that yarn would look absolutely gorgeous with the rest of this. I wonder if... Where did I buy that? Was it Simply Sock? So I was gonna run out of the skein Brian bought from the LYS here. And so I called them up to see if they had the color. They did not have the color any longer. So I was like, oh shoot, oh shoot. So this is a lesson. When Brian buys sock yarn, he should buy 2. There are some sock yarns that come in a more generous, like 110, 120 hank, gram hank. And so I think he needs to target the mega hanks or just get 2. I don't use tons of the second, but he prefers long socks. If he wanted a shorter sock, it would be no issue, but he wants the tall businessman socks. But anyway, so I went online and I found it, and I believe it was at Simply Sock Company, but it could have been at Wool & Co. I can do another search, but I'm not going to do that search until I get to that point on the sweater and I have not found it. Because you know, if I go out and proactively buy another hank of the yarn, it's going to show up like the next day, right? That is how the universe works. Anyway, I hope to actually start that pretty soon. I like to have a project that I work on in this room, and back here is the scarf I've been doing. So I've been trying to do 1 micro mini a week on that scarf, and I finished the micro mini on Tuesday. So I've been just kind of fiddling around on a scrap GAN idea, but that can go on hold for this sweater. That is for sure. Let's talk about another sweater. what is Fridays with Fred? Fridays with Fred is the day I go through my progress on the project I'm making from this book. The book is Knitting the Neighborhood, the official knitting patterns of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I am making everything in this book. The order doesn't matter to me, so you guys vote, and then I go forth and create. I'm on my 5th project, and this one I am making the Nurture Cardigan by Carla Patrick for myself. There it is on the model. It's also on the back cover, also on the model. My goal was to have this sweater done for November. It is October 31st, and it's not done. You know it's not done, but I have put a lot of emphasis on doing this week, and I have made great strides. So first, let's check in on the sleeve. Now last week, you can probably tell something right now. Last week we were here. This week we are bound off and off the needles. I have finished the sleeve. So this will be inset like this. It's a raglan sleeve that you have to sew in. So there you go. I did finish the sleeve. And you know what that leaves? Or maybe you don't. You haven't read the pattern. I need to make a shawl collar and you sew it all on. This is worked flat sewn together. I am almost half done with the shawl collar. So this is exciting stuff. Next week, I should definitely be done with the shawl collar. And there's a potentiality that I have sewing done. I'm not going to say it's going to be completely done, but I have my hopes. There's a chance. The one thing I don't have that I need to finish off this sweater is the zipper. I didn't get the zipper because for Brian's sweater, this is the second sweater I made from the book. I bought the suggested size zipper from the pattern, and my panel was a different size. And it wouldn't necessarily be a problem if it was shorter, because I know how to cut off a zipper. It was longer. So I guess I didn't make gauge. That's what it's telling me. But like, the sweater fits him very well, and that's all that matters. So I don't necessarily care about gauge as long as the sweater fits in the end, right? So yeah, I wanted to get this kind of put together, all the pieces made, get it laid out, and then to see what size zipper I wanted. There has been multiple requests that I demonstrate how to add a zipper. I can definitely do that. I can film myself doing it. But that also means it's going to take a little bit more time because I have to set up the filming area. I normally cheat and use my sewing machine. I do have a tutorial already on my channel about how to line a bag, a tote bag, with, so a crochet tote bag. It was granny square. And how you line it with fabric to make a lined bag. And I filmed myself cramming that thing through the sewing machine. So it's essentially that same technique. I guess this time I should probably just bite the bullet and hand sew it so you have an example of both. I am lazy. No, I'm not lazy. I am efficient. Anyway, that is a bridge to cross when I get to it. That is the only impediment I can see to finishing that, because I can't just zip to Joann's. And while Michaels is getting sewing notions, my Michaels doesn't have a lot, and I really haven't cared to go in to check. That might be bad on me, but they have a little quilting cotton. As far as I saw, they didn't have any of the apparel fabrics that Joann used to carry. And I did see a small array of thread for sewing, but I didn't see a lot of the other extras, the sewing machine needles, the zippers, buttons, all of that kind of stuff. I think Michael's always had, I never looked for buttons at Michael's. I know Michael's always carried beads and jewelry like Joann's did, but I never looked for buttons. Maybe Michael's always had zippers and I just didn't know because I went to Joann's for all of my sewing needs. But anyway, I am anticipating having to measure and either order off of Amazon, or I did see Yarnspirations. They had a sale a while ago and they had a lot of zipper options. So I might check out Yarnspiration. I was looking at getting the new luster yarn, the Kieran Simply, is it Simply Me Luster? Simply Soft Luster? There's a new luster and I've been hearing rave reviews for it and I would love to see it in person, but I'm trying to, like I've spoken of in the past, I'm trying to not make as many crazy purchases. She said, knowing that the new holiday anniversary cakes just became available for purchase online and she may have purchased one of every color. In my defense, it's buy one, get one 50% off, and I had some Michael's Rewards dollars. So I feel like I got a good deal. And I love anniversary cakes. You guys know it. It is putting my Keranorama series into a deeper hole. I don't care. It makes me happy and I am currently able to do so. So live it up now, and this is my retirement fund, I guess. This is my crafting for a lifetime and then some. My children and my children's children will likely be able to craft off of my collection, but that's okay. Like, I love that Chomps and Bingo are interested in knitting and crochet and they like to come in here and play with the fabric and play with the yarn, and I just view it as passing the torch to another generation. I wish. My mom had no interest in knit or crochet. She did some needlework. She really loved the Busilla like stocking, felt stocking kits and like the tree skirt kits and stuff like that. She loved those kits. My dad also was very crafty. They both used to make a lot of Christmas ornaments. So Dad did beading. Dad did candle making. Dad did a lot of things. He did string art, you know, where you take the string and you like loop it on. It was a very 70s thing. I remember this really cool string owl that was in my grandpa's house. But yeah, he would do that where you'd like take thread and loop it around. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't know what it's called. But he did that. My maternal grandmother was the one who taught me to knit. She loved knitting. But she didn't really do any other crafts that I know of. My paternal grandmother was crafty as all get out. You know, they still do it, and it had a surge in popularity during the pandemic. The punch needle kits, she was one of the original testers when that was kind of invented, which is really cool. So I've got a bunch of like punch needle pillows and things in storage that she made back in the 80s, because she passed in the 80s. But yeah, so she did everything. She did those kits like my mom. She did punch needles. She did painting. She loved the paint by number kits. She did tons of crochet. Her parents did crochet. Her grandparents did crochet. So I have a blanket in here. It's actually stored in the linen closet right next to my room here, that my great-great-grandmother crocheted, and it's beautiful and I love it. She used acrylic and that thing is still in one piece. I'm worried, you know, older yarn acrylic can get dry rot and whatnot. It still seems good, so it's amazing. Like, I know a lot of people look down on Red Heart, but that thing's like a cockroach. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, I have things that my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and going back have made, and I love it. I love it. And I love that my kids are interested and willing, at least right now, who knows what they'll feel when they're older, to also cherish those items, I guess is what I'm saying. And I don't know how I got on this weird tangent from talking about the sweater that's nearly done. How did I even start talking about that? Oh, I was talking about the Caron anniversary cakes that I bought and making fun of myself for buying too many. It's not too many. It makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to stop digging a hole. I love you all. As I said yesterday, I realize this is the end of the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight today, but I'm going to post the winter video tomorrow because it's Halloween. I'm running around trying to get everything ready for trick-or-treats, and I'm going to have to get the kiddos in their costumes. It's a big night. We all know that when you have younger kiddos. So, indulge me, please. I promise it will not be an extended wait as other months have been. Anyway, I love you all. I'm going to go ahead and stop blabbering. I'm going to go finish what I got to do. I got to dig the table out. I got to find... Every year, the big candy bowl goes missing. Does this happen to you guys as well? I don't think I can blame the cat on the candy bowl, though. Although, maybe. I love you all. I'm going to talk to you later. Bye-bye.